Hello. Okay, so I'm going to go over the things you need to turn in this week and go into detail about them a little bit. So the 5 things that you have to turn in are your a final photograph of your art, your final writing of your art, the price for your art, a title for your art, and the size of your art. So 5 things, and I have here this piece of paper. This is your Word document, and I want you to set it up like this. And so the only things you have to turn in then is this, if you have it set up just like this, and then also your photograph, and I'll talk about that. So if your Word document, I forgot name on there too. Make sure you have name on there. So I'm gonna write that right now. Name at the top, sorry, name at the top. And then you have your size, and then you have your title, and then you have your price, and then start your writing. I will format these so you can have it centered, you can have it all left side, however you want. I'll format them. I just need all the information on the Word document and then the photo. So start with size, okay? So this is super easy. Hopefully you have somewhere at your house a ruler or a tape measure, something to measure with. I think there's even like an app. If you can't find a ruler, you can like do it with your phone. So all you have to do is, and I know this is simple for some of you, so you think this is ridiculous I'm showing you, but take the ruler to the top of your paper, and this is just approximate. It does not have to be perfect. So if it's bigger than your ruler, make your tiny little mark, drag it down. So that was 12 inches. Plus 12 inches is 24 inches. And then give me the other measurement. Make your little mark with pencil. 18, okay? So in this part here, I want you to write, let's see, let's go height first and then width. So that would be 24 inches high by 18 wide, okay? So, and if you get those two mixed up, it's not a huge deal because I can tell if yours is more vertical or horizontal. So make sure you write your size. And then title. This is probably the hardest part of this all because you guys already have your writings pretty much, like you have your rough draft, so that shouldn't be hard. But title, it's tricky just because it kind of takes a little bit of creativity to come up with a good title. I just want you to know that the only unaccepted titles are untitled, but you can do, and I also don't want you to do Beyond the Noise. Like that shouldn't be your title. That's the theme of our art show, not the title of your project. So if you had something like, I'm thinking of Nathan's, like he had a place that he was, so maybe he wrote the town or the city like of that place in his title. Or if there was a little bit of personal meaning to you, or if it's something that like the viewer's not really going to know what that title means, but you do, that's okay. You can be just a little bit creative with it. That's awesome. If you're super struggling, you can text me and I'll give you some insight. But just come up with a title. It can be 1 word. It can be 5 words. It shouldn't be super long, but I mean, I'm sure whatever you come up with is going to be okay. So, title. Put that next. I'm going to title mine Elsie, because that's who I was drawing. You don't have to put it in quotes. Just write the title there. Price. Another hard one, but not as hard as title probably. So, the title or the price is tricky. The price depends on a lot of things. So when you're doing an art show, like I said, if you're a working artist and that's what you do for a living, I mean, you really, you price it up there. And if you're more well-known, you price it up there even higher because people are willing to pay more as like an investment, an art investment. They think it's going to be worth more later. So for you guys, being high school artists, we just don't want to put like $1, $2, $5 on there because that shows that you don't value your art. And if you put a really low price, why does somebody else think they should value your art if you don't even value it enough to put more than $5 on it? So I'm going to give you a minimum of 20, and some of you are going to be like, oh, that's too high, but believe me, it's fair. You guys have spent a lot of time on these, and so $20 is definitely our minimum. If you used oil paint, that is a pricier medium. You can price it higher. If you put it on a canvas, you can price it a little bit higher. If the cheapest media is graphite on just paper, so if you use graphite on paper, maybe you do $20, unless it's a super amazing piece of art, and then you can price it higher. If you spend a lot of time on it, that means a higher price tag on it. So if it's a drawing, I would probably say $50 max. But like I said, you put that price, and you can ask me a question about it, but I would rather you guys just kind of figure those out on your own. If I get something and it says like $200, and I don't think you should put that price on there, I'll let you know. If it says 20 and I don't think you should have it as 20, I'll let you know. But for the most part, just price it. Okay, so I'm gonna price my Elsie. She's graphite. Actually, if I'm being honest, I would put not for sale, because I don't think very many people are gonna want my daughter. A picture of my daughter. So I'm gonna put not for sale, NFS. But if I did want to price it, I would probably put it at $50. Okay, there we go. Next thing is the writing. So I'm gonna read you a couple writings from past students that are just really simple and well done ones. I have had writings turned in that are a complete page. I have had probably the bulk of them are like a half a page. Some of them are just one paragraph. Whatever yours is, just make sure it's good. You have your rough drafts to go off of, and so that should be a big help. So Nolan Innes, last year, he said, the meaning behind my art, and this is when our theme was Out of Dust. The meaning behind my art project is vividly reflecting the theme Out of Dust. Genesis 3:19 says that we were created out of dust, and when we die, we will return to dust. Each wooden model in my art represents a part of the cycle we go through in life, starting with coming out of dust and in the end returning to dust. So short, but well written. And then his buddy Tyler wrote this. No matter how deep your roots are in sin, God will remove the weight of the sin and turn it into dust. It doesn't matter at all anymore because of the cross. God doesn't just stop there, though. God turns your sin into dust and helps you flourish in your faith and grow in your walk with Christ. The log represents our roots in sin, and the plant in the middle represents how God turns your sin into dust and creates growth in you. So another well-written paragraph. But those are two of my really short ones that I got. So what I will do to help you out is just put a paragraph or two of examples on Classroom so you can refer to. I would, like I said, definitely make sure you have in there how it points viewers to Christ and what the personal meaning is, and then you can go into detail about any and all of it. You can put a Bible verse in there. You can elaborate however much you want to. Okay, we did price, we did writing. Oh, last one. So this is super important. Since this is a digital art show, I'm working on a website, and I need really good photos. And I don't just mean like the photos you've already turned in. You need to, if you have turned in one, you need to redo it. I want you to find a good window. This has a lot of light coming in, so this is where I sit for my Zooms. If you are here and you put your artwork up, you can like put it on a stand or somewhere up against a wall even. I could put it like right up here. Could put a little piece of tape behind it so it stands up. This isn't standing up. But then what I want you to do is to make sure, shoot, I wish I had a, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a separate video to show you how to photograph it because it's pretty important. So I will post that next. Okay, so I'm gonna post this one now before it hits 10 minutes. Good luck, get your stuff turned in by Wednesday.